Hi guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. I'm Adam. Today we've got a special guest. It's that boy Raza Hamza in the first of a new interview segment that's going to appear on my channel. We'll get to know more about the people that I interview on any given day. And first one up is Raza Hamza. Now, he's one of my friends, but he's also a very talented UK boxer, British boxing talent on the come up. He's a professional boxer now. But today we're going to get to know about his career a little bit more and find out what makes Raza tick when he's in that ring. Raza, good to see you today, bro. Good to see you. Now this is something I wanted to do for a long time because your story, I've always said, if you win a world championship, your story is going to be a movie. So just where did it start for you? Like, obviously, you're born in Birmingham. You tell me a little about your life growing up and what attracted you to boxing?
At the age of 11, started going boxing training with my uncle. Never ever thought anything of it. My mum had cancer. She was at her last stages really, and I was given, I started training 2-3 times a week, and then my trainer goes to me, who was John Omer at the time, "You want to box?" I go, "Yeah, why not?" So he gave me a date of May the 11th, 2006 I think it was, and I thought, okay then let's box. And I went, on the same day was the day I lost my mum. I lost my mum in the morning. She was in Saudi Arabia. She went for pilgrimage, as you know, it was the last stage, and it was something she always wanted to do. So I lost her on the morning, and the evening I still went and fought because it was.
What gave you that drive to still do it?
I mean, my mum always loved boxing. She always, that's when Amir Khan first come on the scene, and she was like, wow, that's going to be my Raza one day. And we all used to laugh and think, crazy woman, what's she on about? But it was something she wanted me to do, so I just promised her. I mean, when she died, I promised myself and I promised her that my life I will dedicate to her.
And you've told me about this. Tell me about the phone call that you had.
It was about 8:30 in the morning, going to school, and my mum was coming back that day actually. It was a Thursday, I'll never forget this day. And she goes, "Son, I'll be back in a few hours, and good luck tonight. If I don't chat to you, good luck tonight." I go, "Mum, yeah man, you're going to be there." She goes, "Yeah, I can't wait." But I knew she was really ill, so I thought she was coming back, so I've gone off to school. And then about 11 o'clock, it was playtime, and you have school playtime, 15-minute break. So my uncle rushed into the school as I was by the main reception, and something just told me something weren't right. And he goes, "I've come to get Raza." Got me out. Never told me until we got home. When we got home, everyone was crying, and I just knew, listen man, he just told me you've lost your mum.
And you still fought that day?
He's the one who told me, listen, this is what she wanted, Raza, so what you gonna do? I just took a deep breath. That day was full of emotion. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I did it myself. I don't know how I went on for. I was crying all day, never ate all day, and for a young man, I was 11 years old, 11 years old, and I've gone on the night, never thought of anything but my mum, and I got the win. I won very comfortably in my first ever fight.
That was something that was predominant in your fights. You always wore your mum's face when you walked into the ring and all that. And she's the one that told you you're going to be a world champion, isn't it?
She's the reason, yeah. She's the reason I box. She's the reason I do this. Otherwise, I wouldn't box. And she goes, "You're going to be a world champion one day." I go to, okay, I'll do my very best.
All right, Mom.
I'll do my very best, and as long as I know I'm doing my very best, sky's the limit, isn't it? And hopefully one day I'll get there. But if I don't get there, I know I've given it my very best.
Tell us a little bit, because you were a little shit in school, eh?
Yeah, I was really bad. Really
What are your
bad.
memories of school and stuff like that?
Well, I love sport. So I was a football team captain, cricket team captain for like 2-3 years, and the higher year I was their captain too. But they never let me play because, like you said, I was a little shit. Always getting in trouble, never doing my work. Thinking I'm hard, and you know how you do it in school. I was a little bully, to be fair, but as time went along, you know, I started being a good boy. And with boxing gave me discipline. Going to the boxing gym, I was getting punched in the head every night, so I thought, wait, I don't want to fight no one in school too. So boxing, in a way, also made me a better human, a young good kid, then a good teenager, and now an adult.
So the boxing came when you were 11. Was it just a random thing? I'm gonna go to the boxing gym today. Your uncle told you go in. Was there anyone else that inspired you to go? What was it that made Raza turn up at the gym that day?
Well, I used to play football. Loved football. Loved it. I weren't gonna make it in football because I'm an Asian. But you know, one day I was naughty at home, and my mum said to my uncle, "Take him to the gym. Make him do something, beat him up actually, just beat him up." So my uncle goes, "Right, you're coming to the gym, we're going to jog
Your uncle
there."
box?
My uncle, yeah, he used to do a bit of boxing, he's training, so he goes, "We're going to jog there." So from Aston, we jogged all the way to Halford Drive. When I was 11 years old, we jogged there and I'm tired. Then we had to train for an hour, then we've jogged back, and every day I used to see my uncle looking in the mirrors like this, "Oh, I'm hard and I'm this and that." So I've started doing it now every day. A little 11-year-old kid coming home and doing that, my mum's like, "What are you doing?" I go to my mum, "You want me to box?" I used to be shadow boxing and hitting my mum. I said, "Mum, get the pillow up," and I'm hitting the pillow. But I just started liking it. I started enjoying it. It become a lifestyle eventually. School, come home, food, boxing, come home, go sleep.
What about your other family? Because obviously you lost your mum. You got your little brother that you've kind of taken under your wing. He does a bit of boxing as well, but how's family life been? And
he lives off me, he does. I'm joking. Family life. Well,
shout out, John.
My dad has supported me. You know, my dad's done what he can do. I've had good people around me. My younger brother, he's always been there. He's always helped me. Took me to training when I can't get to training. Always, he's been that person on my shoulder telling me, "Come on, man, we're gonna win." Kept me focused. Also, shout out to one of my mates who died, Suk. He was my best mate. He was always there too and telling me I could do well. So, you know, these little things mean a lot to me, and they just kept me going. Sometimes, you know, when I couldn't find the motivation, it was my mum who kept me going. Then sometimes it was my pal who died. Then it was just little things that just kept me going.
We spoke about this before, about your amateur career, and that ended kind of sourly. You had 50, 60 fights, hardly ever lost, and I thought you were destined for senior ABAs and eventually maybe Team GB Olympics, and it never quite happened. And how do you think the development of young boxers is pretty ruthless, but is it a little bit unfair as well, because the amateur level it's easily tainted a little bit with bad judges or what have you?
Well, it all started off when I was 15. I got to a national final, boxed in Liverpool. I got beat fair and square. That was my first national final. Then I went to Manchester, lived there for 3 years. We was trained by two very good trainers, Jimmy Barker, Frank Collinson, and they always told me in boxing, there's going to be a lot of crook decisions. You're not going to always get it your way. For 4 years, I didn't lose. I won everything: junior ABAs, NACYPs, British titles. You know, boxed for England, boxed abroad in Asia, won gold there. Then I went to the senior ABAs. Young, I was 18 years old. You know, beating 27, 28-year-olds. Got to the semi-final in Liverpool. Liverpool, we have probably never won before. Just didn't win. I mean, no excuses. You know what happened and I know what happened, but it just broke my heart. All the hard work I put in staying away from my family. And then I did a bit of training with Michael Jennings too, from Chorley. He was a very good mate of mine who helped me back then. And I started doing a bit with him, and I just had another crack at it, but it just weren't for me at the end. The amateur game, like, sometimes you need to move on in your life.
Wanted that. You wanted to take the right steps, didn't you? You wanted to be, you know, youth ABA, senior ABA. You wanted to do all that and then go professional. You didn't want to just take that leap without the schooling and the grassroots work, innit?
No, I didn't. Well, basically, as a junior, I won everything. As a youth, I won everything. It was when I turned 18, 19, 20. Sorry, 20 was the age when things didn't start going my way because of, once again, boxing is crook, amateur boxing is crook. So I didn't win the senior ABA. The only title I didn't win in the country from a junior to a senior was the senior ABA title.
You even won one in Hong Kong, didn't you?
Yeah, I won the Asia title in Hong Kong, in Thailand. I beat the Asia champions. So it was very sour to swallow that I didn't win the senior ABAs when I turned pro. But I moved on from it, mate.
Just something else that gives you that extra drive, right? You turned pro, but how do you feel your amateur? Do you think your amateur career, and obviously you've been with the likes of Michael Jennings, who's fought in Vegas, fought Cotto, fought in big fights, trained with Tony Ryan, who's trained Lennox Lewis, Amir Khan, etc., etc. Aston Boxing Club have played a big part in that as well. Do you feel you're now ready to? I'm ready to be this professional, or do you still think that you need a little bit of time?
Right, with boxing,
you've had
like
6
life,
fights now,
yeah,
and
boxing is like life. You're learning every single day about yourself. I'm grateful to have John Costello around me now, Malcolm Melvin, Team Des, and a few of my friends who helped me and stuff. I'm really grateful. I've got a good, strong team around me now, which are pushing me. I've got, you know, a great manager, a great promoter, who are pushing me, and when they believe I am ready to step up and to fight for these titles, then I'll believe I am ready, because at the moment I've had 6 fights, right? Another 12 months I'll be ready. Right, I need a bit more development.
ready for what? What does Raza Hamza want to achieve in the boxing world?
Sky's the limit. Every fight for me, honestly, if it's a journeyman who's been knocked out more than he's probably fought, or if it's a journeyman, if it's a top prospect, every single fight I enter, it's like a world title fight. I take everybody seriously, because I can die in that ring. Like, there's so many people who lose their lives, who get very ill. So I take every single fight as a world title. If I'm fighting for a world title, if I'm fighting somebody who ain't so good, my attitude is the same, because that's how I go about my work. Sky's the limit for me.
How have you felt about the transition then from amateur to professional? You've had a few fights now, a few very good fights. You've obviously been signed up by Frank Warren and his promotions team. How did that come about? Because you've had offers before to turn professional, which you knocked back, and then when you finally took that leap, you opted to go with Frank Warren. And how's that been, and why did you make that decision?
It was my trainer John Costello. You know, he come up with the idea, and he said, "Son, believe in me, believe in the direction I'm pushing you." I went with my trainer. I went with what he told me. So it was, you know, Frank Warren who we signed with.
And your first couple of fights, what have you learned from those so far? What's the difference between amateur boxing and professional boxing?
It takes one punch. In a pro fight, you're in 8-ounce bricks basically, and you know, you can't get complacent. Whoever you're fighting, you have to stay focused. You can't get complacent. You can do all the training in the world, but in that ring, it's a different feeling. You can't get complacent, and you have to stay focused and switched on until that final bell is gone.
Who are your boxing inspirations? Obviously, we've spoken about out of the ring, your mum, Suk, people like that. What about inside the ring? Who did you grow up looking at? And
I loved Prince Nassim. I loved what's his name? Eric Morales. And a fighter who not many people know about, Edwin Valero. Edwin Valero was some fighter. Miguel Cotto also, but my biggest inspiration was my mom, because what she went through in her life, all the years she suffered from the illness she had. Boxing is nothing compared to what she went through. So I look up to my mum, I do, and think, listen, if she can go through that, I could go through more for her.
And for people that have never seen you fight, explain yourself to them. Describe your style of fighting to them and what you like to bring to the ring. Because you hit a lot, you've had a few knockouts, you don't get hit much. Well, when they come and watch a Raza Hamza fight, which you can do in October, is it October 24th?
Live on BoxNation.
In Mayfair as well. Free tickets if you just want to be there for the boxing, but there are tables available.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
2 words: don't blink. Don't blink. But I take it as it comes, really. I mean, you know, I go in the ring calm, cool and collective, start boxing. But listen, if I see an opening and I see I could take you out, just don't. It will happen. But I mean, the guys I ain't knocked out, they just ran from me for the whole fight and they just tucked up.
I remember it was it your fourth fight where you come out in the mask? And I remember I was standing next to Amin, who's behind the camera, and I said to him, he needs to knock him out now. You did knock him out. But people will think in your time, look at this flash kick. And that's a lot of the reason why I wanted to do this, like, because you're a good boy as well, you know what I mean? But boxing, do you find it entertainment as well? Like,
right. In boxing, right?
Because who comes out in a mask?
Yeah, but
really, it's not WWF.
You can't be boring. You can't be boring. You need to be something that people are gonna stand up and think, "Wow, what's this?" Right? Me coming out in a mask. You're either going to like it or you ain't. Either way, you're going to watch me now because I've come out in a mask, and I might be the highlight of your night. You might go away and with your friend, and you might say, "Remember that guy that come out in the mask? He was good, wasn't he?" You're only going to remember me because of the mask I wore, and then if the knockout comes, it comes. But you need to be different. This is an entertainment business, isn't it? And I need to sell myself good. I could either be an idiot, or I could either be somebody very nice and respectful. I am respectful outside the ring.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot when it comes to boxing, mate.
Did you do it to get into your opponent's mind by any chance?
That mask idea I come across on the day. My mate Joe Costello, who's another boxer, my trainer's son, he just pulled out this mask.
Another talent as well.
Yeah, very good fighter, very good fighter. And he just come out with the mask and he goes, "We're wearing this to the ring." Okay, so we've just put the mask on.
Did he have one on as well?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I thought I would have seen one.
But I think we're coming out to a mask in the next fight.
So make sure you're there.
Tune in.
What mask you got this time?
Surprise tune in.
Alright, we will do. What do you hope for from your next 5 fights, let's say?
Right, every fight now, there'll be a step up for every opponent, so just victory really. As long as I put the work in and I'm disciplined and I work hard, you know, as long as I win, I've not got a problem. But people are going to start hearing about me a lot now, because trust me, when I hit people, they're going down, so you'll start hearing about me a lot more now.
And it's amazing because I've never considered you a knockout artist, and you've knocked out 5 out of your 6. Is it 5 out of 6? 4 out of 6. Where's that come from? Eating your Weetabix?
Don't have a clue.
New trainers?
Don't have a clue.
Has anyone said to you, like,
I'll tell you what, no, I'll tell you
sharpen up on your...
Team Does Fitness, best in the business.
Thanks for allowing us to shoot this here today, by the way.
Team Does Fitness, my strength and conditioning with Team Does Fitness, you know, he's took me at the roof over the last 2 years I've been with Des. I feel the improvements. Also, my trainer who does my boxing with me, John and Malcolm, they're always doing bits with me in the gym after sparring and stuff. So, I mean, Des, John, Malcolm, always, they're on me, but Des, yeah, he's the man for the strength. He's got me fitter. I didn't ever believe I could do more than 3 rounds. Now I spar 8 rounds at a time. Honestly, I used to get tired in the second round.
That's what we were saying after your last fight, like it went the whole 4 rounds.
I wasn't tired.
We were glad that it went that 4 rounds, because you need more and more rounds. When are you going to start? When does that step up come?
Next fight?
6
rounds, then 8 rounds, and then hopefully, I mean, God willing, there'll be a title coming.
You won't be needing them rounds then, right?
And anybody who comes to fight against me and they open up, they're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens.
When you look at British boxing at the moment, what do you make of it?
What I think about British boxing, right? The guy who's entertaining and is a character but is real, they don't like. Tyson Fury, brilliant, isn't he? I love Tyson Fury, but the media don't like him because he's funny and he speaks his mind, he's real. But I love somebody who's real. Tyson Fury, great for boxing.
What weight category do you eventually want to end up in? What do you want to dominate?
Probably end up a lightweight, but I'm tall, ain't I? I'm nearly 6 foot now, and you know, I'm growing. I'm a featherweight now, walking around about lightweight. But probably a light welterweight, I'll fight her one day.
Because you always fight better when you're not killing yourself.
Yeah.
We've had conversations about, I was killing myself for that one, I didn't fight. But you still won, but you didn't fight to your best capabilities. What do you feel more comfortable at? What's your...
As an amateur, I was killing myself, but it was only 3 rounds and stuff. So, but now as a pro, 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds, and it can mentally, it can drain you. It's not good for you. So I'll just train hard, eat clean, and the extra 2-3 pounds on fight week, I lose that. If I can't lose it, I'll fight at the weight I am.
Nice. So outside of the ring, what do you like to do in your downtime?
What do I like to do?
I know what you like to do, but I'm just gonna
chilling.
Tell the people at home with it.
I just like chilling, and I read a few books here and there about sportsmen. I like travelling.
Have you read that Tyson book I gave you yet?
Yeah, I have.
You haven't read it, have you?
I have.
You need to read that book. It's amazing.
I've read the Tyson book. I love watching boxing. My life is boxing, mate. If I'm not boxing, I'm eating cakes. When I'm not in training, I love food and I love training. That's all I do. But I love travelling as well.
What's best place you've been?
Best places I've been: Hong Kong, Thailand. Thanks to my sponsor.
What's it like fighting in Hong Kong? I know we're going back to in the ring, but you fought in Hong Kong.
It was amazing. When I first went out to Thailand, it was thanks to my sponsor, who's been looking after me since I was 16.
Can we talk about this, by the way? This is another thing. Like, I wanted to touch on it earlier in the interview. It slipped my mind. This is another thing that's like part of a movie. How do you meet your sponsor? You don't have to bait up his name if you don't want to and all that, but how you met him is incredible.
It was, I don't know how, but one day I was on a train and started speaking to somebody had lost their wallet, and I'm just a nice kid. I start offering people, can I help you with anything? And obviously the man himself really liked what I tried to offer. I didn't have a lot, but I tried offering what I had, and from there.
So let's get this clear. This man had lost his wallet, lost something. You offered to buy him a drink and a bit of food.
Yeah, I was just being myself, really. And we started speaking, and after that, everything I needed in boxing, in life. This is probably one of the reasons I'm still boxing too.
He allowed you to be able to go and train in Hong Kong with Tony Ryan
and on top, financially, he's supported me. Like, boxing is very expensive. And when I was an amateur, even though I boxed for England and stuff, I wasn't getting paid from it. But this man just kept me going. I never had to work a day in my life because he's kept me going and took me all around the world, Hong Kong, Thailand. Helped me a lot, and I'm very I thank you a lot for what you've done for me.
Yeah, you got a great team around you, and how important is that to keep your circle close? But how important is a good team? Because you've got people in your sparring keeping you on your toes. You got your team Des, you got Mr. Costello, your family unit, etc. How important is that?
My team, they believe in me. My trainer, John, Malcolm, Des, they believe in me. They're always pushing me. And the best thing for a boxer is when somebody tells you can be the best. You can be the best. All you have to do, son, is listen to me and work hard and listen to what I'm saying. And since I've met John Costello and Malcolm, they're always telling me just keep working hard, and that's all I do is work hard and I listen. I try my very best to listen. Some days I have bad days in the gym, which we all do. You go to the office, you're gonna have a bad day, but I always pick up the positives and I always listen to the negatives, but I keep going and I listen. And my team is brilliant. My team possibly is one of the best teams I've got.
5 years time, where you see yourself?
Sky's the limit. I don't like saying I'll be a world champion, but that's.
I say that a lot.
That's the ultimate
people
goal.
Around you think that will happen, but
that's the ultimate goal for me. But for me, like I said, every single fight I enter the ring, I'm fighting for a world title in every single fight, and that's for me. Every single fight I win, I've won a world title. So I've won about 6 world titles. Yes.
Pound for pound champ.
Sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. Keep working hard, keep grafting, and whatever title it is. Even if I win any title, I'm happy. I never ever thought I'll get to where I've got to now. I just kept working hard for my mum, and what I've achieved itself is very good. I broke a world record for my knockouts. I've come in under a grand total of 2 minutes. So that's another thing.
You're gonna Guinness Book of World Records then?
I don't know about
Got
that.
the certificate
maybe,
soon. Yeah. Get the certificate out, guys. Come on, ASAP.
But yeah, just keep working hard and keep listening to the people I've got to listen to. Take on board the positivity, take on board the negativity too. Just keep working hard.
That's good stuff, man. Guys, Raz, where can the guys find you? This is your time to plug your shit.
Where can you find me? Instagram, Raza_Hamza. Twitter, real Raza Hamza. That's it really. And
yeah. And in the ring.
And in the ring.
Knocking guys out.
If you wanna, well, anytime anybody wants to spar to, just give me a shout, and I could show you boxing or whatever. And anybody ever needs my help or support with anything to do with boxing, anything I could teach you, just give me a shout. And thank you very much to Adam, and thank you very much to Des for letting us use.
Yeah, thanks to Des for letting us use the facilities for the interview. Thanks to Raza for his time, and of course make sure you follow him on Twitter, Instagram. Tickets for the BoxNation event, I'll put the details in the description below. So if you want to get tickets to that, you can come down, watch Raza in action. But for now guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment and share. Next up, I've been on the phone to the boys at Cheeky Sport and I've said to them, I want you to be my next interview. So I'm going to get Joel and Dave, maybe Ak as well, sat down together and we'll chat about Cheeky Sport. But thanks to Raza for today, we're out of here.